He's just through here? All right. Micah? Micah?
Jasha?
You've finally grown some facial hair.
Jasha, it's been so long since I've seen another face around here.
It's been a long time. How are they treating you? How are you holding up? This looks a bit dingy.
I'm eating slop off the floor.
I see there's a pile of slop next to that pile of stuff. I can't believe I didn't give you a bucket.
Nary a bucket to my cell. What have you been doing in the meantime?
You know, just living large. Me and Lord Foodon, best buds.
Yeah, well, I guess you didn't accidentally make advances on the Lord's wife-to-be.
Yeah, that was funny. It did really seem like a betrothal of sorts, but...
Jasha, it's not funny. It's been a year.
It's been that long. Wow.
I've had to drown myself in cups upon cups of sake to while away the days.
Slop and sake. That's what you're getting. So... What a life you're living, Micah. Well,
they've treated me to both the best and the worst of society.
Well,
I won't tell you which is which.
I've got some good news. As I was saying, me and Lord Foodon, best buds. I've actually got my own small plot of land, my own militia. We're doing pretty good, and you know, you're still meant to be in here for a little while, but Micah, we're gonna get you out of here. I'm gonna get you out of here. This prison cell, just wait. Give me 10 years. You're gonna be free.
Jasha, I've got 10 years of my sentence left. You better get me out of here faster than that.
10 years. We'll be back. Drake Bros. We're back.
So you're gonna do nothing?
Well, I need to grow the militia. I need to grow the land.
My sentence finishes in 10 years' time.
Well, 9 years and 364 days. We'll be back. Yeah.
All right. I'm holding you to that.
Okay. Hey everyone, you're listening to Podzilla. I'm Jasha Drake.
And I'm Micah.
And today we're going to be talking about Wrath of Daimajin. It's capping off the Daimajin trilogy from 1966. And if you haven't listened to the show before, we just talk about giant monster movies. We've done all of Godzilla, all of King Kong, all of Gamera, nearly all of Daimajin.
I think this is the point where we're slowly having to transition from we're watching every Godzilla media from start to finish.
We do need to,
now, like we've gone through most of the major franchises.
We do need to figure out what our proper tagline is now.
Just monster movies.
This is Podzilla, the monster movie podcast. We needed something catchy.
Yeah. We'll mull on it.
We'll noodle on it.
We'll noodle on it with some mulled wine.
Yeah, always noodling over here. But yeah, I'm excited to talk about Wrath of Daimajin. Thanks for bearing with us as well, guys. We missed a week. We were resting up.
If you couldn't tell,
yeah.
Jasha, he's been croaking.
I've been pretty croaky, croaky throat, but we're feeling good. We're getting through it. What have you been up to?
Oh gosh, you know what I've done?
Mm-hmm.
I've started getting more intentionally into gaming.
Whoa.
This is continuing the backlogged trend.
Yes.
Yes. But I've been excited about playing new games.
Wow.
Gone are the days where I would spend my weeks playing online shooters with friends.
Wasting away your nights.
Wasting my nights playing multiplayer games? Get out of here.
Which games? Spit on them right now.
I've
throw them into the dirt.
I've played far too much Overwatch. Overwatch 2.
Overwatch, get out of here.
You know what's bad?
What?
Hunt Showdown.
Any Hunt Showdown players listening? Pull your headphones off right now.
No, good games, not my type of games, but I play them because I like hanging with my friends.
Yeah.
But I find at the moment I'm enjoying my time better just playing the games I want to play.
What you playing?
Case of the Golden Idol. Sherlocking my way through kind of like an Indiana Jones-ish mystery of this cursed idol that, brings doom and gloom to everyone who touches it.
Like an indie puzzle game?
Yes.
Yeah.
What you have to do is you see a crime scene, you get a little snapshot of it. You're able to inspect everybody's pockets, all these letters, and you can click on names and items and words, and it adds them to like this little dictionary. And then you have to like Mad Libs dragging the words into the right spaces on the page to
solve
create
the
a
case.
good timeline and solve the case.
Wow.
I've been deducing like crazy.
Wow.
But most recently, a game called, have you heard of UFO 50?
No.
Do you have any idea what it is?
UFO 50? No, never heard of it.
UFO 50. It's a game. I don't know who made it, but it's about this fictional company called UFOsoft.
Mm.
And it chronicles their timeline through their history, almost like, I don't know, Taito? What's the...
Yeah.
We played a lot of
Taito games,
Taito
right?
Legends. Kind of
Or
like them,
arcade
and
games.
it chronicles their history across 50 different games. So it's almost like a modern Taito Legends, but a singular new game just filled with 50 retro games. In the style of like very arcadey.
And there's like a meta storyline going on that pulls them all together.
Yeah, like some games have sequels, some games have crossover characters. Each game has a little history to it. Apparently, there's some like real meta secrets to it. But I've only played like, I do make so many mouth noises.
Once you hear them, you'll never not hear them.
I've only played like, I think 6 of the 50 games so far.
Wow.
But it's surprising because like each and every one of them is actually really good.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard online, I've intentionally tried to stay as blind as possible, but some of them can take like an hour to complete. Some of them are like 15 minutes. Some of them are full on like 60-hour games in this one collection. Like it's supposed to go deep, man.
What are graphics like? Like they are old school arcade
very,
stuff?
very much like
Nintendo 64?
No. Very much like
Real old school.
it starts out in like the 80s, I think. So you get some games in the vein of like, oh gosh,
Your Gallagher's,
your Pitfalls.
Oh.
And then like as the games chronologically progress in age, the graphics get better. Like the color palettes become
cool.
more wide.
That's such a cool idea.
It's great. So I started off with one that was kind of like this 8-bit Metroidvania. And one of my favorite ones is just like this arena shooter where you're going around this kind of space boxing ring shooting down your opponents. It's great. Some of them are multiplayer.
Really?
I feel like it might be a lot of people's game of the year.
And it just came out this year.
Just came out like 3 days ago.
This is the first time hearing of it. I need to look into it.
I think you'd love it.
I've just been spending every waking hour playing GoldenEye.
I love this arc in your life.
This James Bond. It's a continual arc.
Not so much the arc of James Bond, but the fact that you've gone from James Bond into playing GoldenEye.
I don't know what's happening to me. It's like Podzilla is a chronicle of me just getting more and more obsessed with franchises and just having to complete everything in the franchise. I mean, it started with Godzilla, of
It's
course.
been the same with us, except I've failed every single time and you've actually succeeded.
But I've just had these random recent obsessions with things like Planet of the Apes, famously. Now, James Bond. I've watched all 30 James Bond movies within the last year. I've been like ranking.
Wait, so you
each
finished
of
the
them.
journey?
I've watched every single one. I'm just rewatching the last couple of Daniel Craig's newest ones at the moment.
Daniel Craig, yeah.
Yeah. Which he's probably my least favorite Bond. But the movies are pretty good.
That sounds wild to me, never having seen a James Bond movie.
He's just too gruff. He's not the gentleman, you know? He's just this cold, gruff,
Stone-hearted. Yeah, okay.
rugged guy.
What's your experience with playing GoldenEye?
But yeah, I loved GoldenEye with Pierce Brosnan. I thought I should pick up GoldenEye. Famously, you hear people rave about the GoldenEye multiplayer for Nintendo 64, how great it was, how fun it was. I missed all that growing up. And I thought I should finally check it out. So I downloaded GoldenEye on the Xbox, and I've just been playing through the story mode. And it's crazy. It's super dated. The aiming sucks. You cannot aim at all.
Yeah.
It's so tough. You go into a mission and you're given like 3 objectives to do, like blow up this computer somewhere, free this prisoner, and then escape on a truck. And you have no clue which prisoner you're supposed to be freeing. You have no clue how to destroy the computer it's telling you to. And if you accidentally do something you're not supposed to do, it fails the whole mission for you. So it's a bit of like you're having to become the spy. You're having to become 007.
Whoa.
Get inside his head, figure out exactly to each meticulous detail of what you should be doing when. Because if you do something wrong, it's game over.
Is it one of those games where like you'd really benefit from having a physical guide for it.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I want to say that era was crazy for really meticulous games with obscure mechanics in, for the reason of like, that's when game rentals were becoming a real big thing. And so by making a game just egregiously obtuse,
yeah,
it kind of meant that they'd spend so much time figuring things out that they'd have to send it back and then buy it again. More money for everyone.
Yeah. Man, it was the era of video games. I miss it. It's a very fun game. Very hard, but I'm enjoying it. I've nearly finished it. So if anyone wants to play some GoldenEye multiplayer with me, hit me up, please.
Have you seen the Carl Jobst speedruns yet?
No, but I can tell that there would be speedruns. There's missions when like you're given a tank, but it's already a whole lot faster if you don't use the tank at all and you just run down the streets. So I'm figuring some of that stuff out, but I can see how it would be a fun game to speedrun.
It's one of those games that because the AI gets so crazy and because it's like so far enough back that there isn't a lot of like crazy movement that you can do, people have nearly gotten like pixel perfect. You can't get faster on most of the stages.
It's crazy. Maybe that's my next arc.
Jasha, speedrunning?
Speedrunning GoldenEye.
I've done my speedrunning. I've started my speedrunning journey, but you haven't.
You started it and finished it in typical Micah fashion, left it behind.
I was able to beat Super Mario 64 in less than 23 minutes, and that's my claim to fame.
All stars?
No.
Yeah, that's not good enough then. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 16 star. That's me.
Podzilla is not a gaming podcast, guys. I know a lot of you are getting worried. A lot of you were like, where's the Daimajin talk? A lot of Wrath of Daimajin fans out there.
You're like, man, the Wrath of Daimajin is going to come upon these guys if they don't stop right now.
We better watch out. Let's get this back on track.
And go into some megaNEWSlon real quick.
Let's go into some megaNEWSlon.
Jasha.
Anything happening in the world of kaiju movies, media?
No.
Oh.
I saw Alien Romulus.
Classic kaiju movie, Alien Romulus. Did you like it?
Kaijin movie? Really, really good.
That's good, eh?
The closest thing I have at the moment, it's been a slow news week for news. I feel like the Godzilla Gamera scene, there's just always figurines and comics coming out in the background. So I'm not going to shout out any of those.
When you get someone on the show to explain to me about what the Hiya, is it Hiya?
Yeah.
HIYA figures. What's all this repaints going on? What's all this repainting and re-releasing? Someone needs to clue me in because I'm lost.
Yeah, wish they could tell us.
New action figure coming out every day.
Kind of in the same vein as our previous topic, though, there has been a little more news about Kong Survivor Instinct.
Oh, I think I'm going to say O'Shea Jackson.
O'Shea Jackson. Actually, on that, I read somewhere that he said apparently that his idea for his spin-off G-Team series
This is O'Shea Jackson.
was never supposed to be canon to the MonsterVerse.
I did see this.
But almost in vein of like, I don't know, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You remember that show way back when?
Yeah, Marvel's What If, almost.
Yeah, where Marvel, like the Avengers and the Marvel movies were canon to it, but it wasn't canon to the movies.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's trying to go for, is like the animated show will not be canon to the movies, but the movies will be canon to the show.
Just sounds like G-Team's falling apart.
It honestly does. Sorry, O'Shea, man. But Kong Survivor Instinct, they still haven't announced a release date, but there is one post here from the 12th of September. It says, desperate times call for desperate measures. Though the Titans pose a lethal threat, you can and must influence their behavior with the Orca Sigma.
Whoa.
A new prototype inspired by Monarch's technology. We forgot it was named Orca, but Jasha, this is the Orca Sigma.
The Sigma rocking up to tame those Titans.
Bro, Chad Orca from the MonsterVerse. Orca Sigma from Kong Survivor Instinct.
Virgin Orca. Chad Sigma.
Chad Orca Sigma. This is wild. More so because I did a little bit of boop. Sigma is just kind of a nonsense word that has changed its meaning in the current culture.
Would you identify as Sigma?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Back in the Greek alphabet, Sigma literally means tooth.
Is beta worse than Sigma?
It's
Beta's terrible,
It's not
right?
what you think it is.
You don't want to be beta, but you want to be
All-
alpha. But then what's sigma?
All of those Greek letters, they're not like a ranking.
Yeah.
They mean different things.
You're saying Gen Z is just
Alpha
destroyed.
is like leader. Omega is like the end.
Yeah.
Sigma is tooth, apparently.
Tooth.
So get ready to use the orca tooth.
It's the tooth of the orca. That makes sense.
I don't think orcas have teeth.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
They're chomping into seals left, right, and center. Have you not seen this?
Oh, maybe they do. I think I'm thinking of whales with their little bristles.
Yeah, you're thinking of whale bristles.
Yeah, okay. Orcas do have teeth.
Yeah.
That's the megaNEWSlon, everyone.
megaNEWSlon. You've heard it here first. Orcas have teeth. Mike is a sigma. O'Shea Jackson is backpedaling like crazy.
Jasha is
Gonna start speedrunning GoldenEye.
gonna start speedrunning GoldenEye.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, let's talk about Wrath of Daimajin. Wrath of Daimajin.
Wrath.
The final Daimajin movie released in 1966. As we said last episode, the original Daimajin came out in April 1966. Then Return of Daimajin came out in August. And this one, Wrath of Daimajin, came out late December, just in time for Christmas, which is quite nice with its snowy theme.
Does Japan celebrate Christmas?
Surely. I mean, their new year would be a different day, or it will be celebrated at a different time.
It's not a national holiday.
Do you remember our Gorath episode?
Yeah.
When they literally name drop Christmas?
Yeah.
And then in Love and Peace.
Yeah.
That's in
Christmas.
Japan and it's Christmas.
Maybe it is still a big thing.
Yeah, I think it would be. There'd definitely be people all around the world that would celebrate Christmas on December 25th, even if it's not when the rest of their community does.
100%.
Yeah.
So this was very intentional.
This is a Christmas movie, Wrath of Daimajin. I think we can confirm it here
Because
first.
of the snow.
Yeah, because there's snow.
Awesome.
Someone mentions New Year, which kind of gives that Christmassy feel. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're eating rice balls. Classic Christmas tradition. The hawk's there. Hawk is kind of like an eagle, which is like the symbol of America. Americans celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, it's like you're Kevin Bacon in Christmas in Japan right now.
Yeah. Mike, yeah.
I can't believe your chain went through the eagle and America. Yeah, dude, I've got a synopsis here. Let's get into it.
Please.
After a woodcutter successfully flees from the sulfur mining encampment in Hell's Valley under the rule of Lord Arakawa, a group of 3 young boys from his village band together in the hopes of liberating their fathers from the same fate. Tsuruchiki, Kinta, Daisaku, as well as the latecomer Little Sugi, set off on the dangerous trek across the forbidden Majin's Mountain to Hell's Valley, with nary a coin or a sword to their name. Sending up dozens of prayers to the great divine being, they can only hope that the very god they're allowed to keep them warm in the snow will not deem them so insignificant so as to let loose the Wrath of Daimajin.
Micah, was that the best synopsis you've ever done?
Bro, call me fan-fortastic, because I'm name-dropping the title right at the end of,
That's good.
of the bulk of it.
That's good. What a name. Hell's Valley.
I thought you were going to say Wrath of Daimajin, but Hell's Valley is good too.
Hell's Valley. This film starts off pretty much, and Hell's Valley is this big looming presence, this place where all the villagers from Koyama, the Koyama clan, a lot of their men have just been taken away there, enslaved, working in the sulfur pits, being loggers. They're loggers, right?
Loggers.
Getting a whole lot of logs, timber at the sulfur pits.
Big letterboxed users.
Yeah.
Big
they're
backfill
logging.
users.
They're logging left, right, and center. But it starts off with almost this Temple of Doom moment when one of these men limps back to the Koyama clan. And it's like, hey, I escaped Hell's Valley, but all the other men are still there, and there's a way to get them. It's over Daimajin's mountain. And that's the plot of the movie is 4 boys from the village hear this. They hear that their fathers, their brothers, people from their clan are stuck in Hell's Valley, and 4 little boys go over to Trek and find them, bring them back.
Immediately, the thing that surprised me most was how different this was in setup compared to the other 2 movies.
What was the saying that we heard that we've always been coming back to, that all Daimajin movies are the same? They're very different.
I kind of get it for the first and the second.
Yeah.
Similar premise. Similar. But like they all have very distinct feels to them.
I think the only thing that's the same is that it always ends with Daimajin destroying a town the same way.
Yeah.
That's what happens. But everything else, the human characters, very different. The storyline, very different. I mean, in this movie, our protagonists are just 4 boys going on a trek through the mountains.
Who was your favorite boy?
Well, what were their names again? We had the leader.
If this was a boy band,
Yeah.
what would their name be, first off?
Yeah. What was the main guy?
Tsurukichi.
Tsurukichi. He was the leader of the group. And then we had, is it Kinta with his lucky charm?
Yep.
And then Daisaku, who's the slow one. He's always been called slow. He's got his backpack full of food. He's like the Samwise Gamgee to this fellowship.
Yeah, he's the one bringing along the pots and the pans.
All his rice balls. And then little Sugi is the Tagarona.
Oh, guys, okay. I know that 90% of you out here did not watch Wrath of Daimajin. Can I just say, little Sugi, the other 3 are so ready to go on their mission.
Yeah.
And he walks up through the reeds.
And he's the younger brother of
Tsurukichi.
Yeah, Tsurukichi.
Little main boy. But he brings along his little bow and arrow.
Yeah.
And immediately you're like, oh my gosh, this kid has like 3 arrows to his name.
Mm-hmm.
What is he going to do against the forces of Lord Arakawa?
Yeah.
And they send him back. But I kid you not, this kid, this 4-year-old kid,
He's very young.
walks up mountains,
Yeah.
scales entire vistas
Mm-hmm.
over several days to meet with these boys.
He follows them.
As soon as he comes into contact with them and joins their party, he becomes the most useless person maybe in the world.
Hey, he shoots off a few arrows.
He sees them after his long trek. He sits down and does not move.
He's this 4-year-old kid trekking up mountains, days away from his family. He's a little bit hungry. He's a little bit tired. You can't blame him.
There comes a point in the movie where there's like these 3 soldiers, these 3 samurai.
Of Arakawa's men.
Yeah. Who are just kind of wandering across Hell's Valley. And they come across these guys and they have like a full-on Lord of the Rings moment, like the 4 hobbits hiding under the roots of the tree from the ring wraith.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many Lord of the Rings.
It was very Lord of the Rings. Even when they're
comparisons.
going up the mountains, it felt like the first Hobbit movie when they're seeing the big mountain, like rock people throwing rocks at each other.
Yeah. There's crazy rafting scenes. Like
Yeah.
they go down Buckleberry Ferry.
They do.
But these 3 samurai come across, and as soon as they start running, Lil Sugi just sits.
He's tired.
But he's always tired at the worst time.
Little Sugi is a mystery to me. Little Sugi is...
He's not a good actor.
I mean, he's very young.
Sorry, let's just team up and full on dunk on Little Sugi and his acting here.
Yeah. Terrible actor. Terrible kid. Maybe the worst kid we have covered on the podcast. And it's hard as a kid to act. And he's very, very young.
Very young. You got to give it to him.
But it makes it like unintentionally hilarious. Just any response he has to anything in this movie, whether it's like one of his friends dying, one of the boys dies, and he's like just emotionless. You don't know whether he's sad or happy. He wakes up from like a dream sequence. He dozes off a million times. He always just wakes up doughy-eyed, dazed.
I think my theory is that the casting director had her portfolio of labeled kids to play Sugi. She's like, man, let's file through these. 20 go out the window, and then she comes to the last one, and it's Sugi's face. And on like a still photo frame, he looks great. Cool kid. Dude, he's real cute. All the viewers are going to vibe with him.
Yeah.
They're going to root for this underdog.
Yeah.
This young guy is going to rise up and face the forces of Lord Arakawa. As soon as he gets on set, he's just got the missing teeth, most wonky smile. I'm seriously like I don't know whether he would have gotten along with the other actors on the set just because he seems so distant.
He seems so out
and removed from everything they're doing.
Everything. It's crack up. It's really funny because these other kids are going for it. My favorite was Daisaku, the like older guy, the slow one.
Yeah.
He was cool. He had this cool bandana on him. Great actor. I loved whenever he'd bring up the food. There's a moment when he runs out of his rice balls and he's so hungry that he's miming eating one.
Dude, don't do that. It's making little Sugi hungry.
Little Sugi gets hungry. Little Sugi's licking his lips, but somehow looks like he's hating, but he should be liking the rice ball. You don't know what he's thinking. But yeah, I like Daisaku. Who was your favorite? Little Sugi?
I don't know. I feel like he didn't actually do much, but I really like Kinta.
Yeah.
I feel like he had the look to him.
Mm.
And I feel like he's the one that dies halfway. He gets thrown into the rapids.
Yeah.
But most of the movie, he has this like good luck pendant from his father that he takes. So he's kind of going on this trek with the other boys, even though his father has already died.
Yeah.
He's got the least to gain from it. So it makes sense he'd be the one with like a big heroic death, which he doesn't have because little Sugi doesn't lift a finger to help him.
It is Sugi's fault. Kinto's there grasping on for life in these rapids, about to be washed down the waterfall. Sugi's his only hope to pull him in up onto the rock. Come on, Sugi.
And you know what gets me as well? They sorry, back to Sugi.
Yes.
They give Sugi this whole dream sequence where they're like, after Kinder's death, which he has no reaction to, Sugi has this, what I imagine is trying to be a nightmare, where they have the separate set and it's like real white and crystalline and foggy, and he's just running around screaming.
Yeah.
While this hawk, this falcon, I don't know the difference, that we're meant to believe might be the divine spirit, the Daimajin in this case, is flying down and attacking him. And he's just galloping around the place. You can't hear his shouts. As soon as he wakes up from this horrific dream, again, no emotion on his face.
He just goes back to sleep.
Our main dude is literally screaming at him to wake up, And he just opens his eyes. Doesn't say a word.
Give that dream sequence to any of the other kids. Have them screaming. Have them see Kinto's dead body float by, blood on the snow. Make it nightmarish. I don't want to see Sugi just looking around.
Why
dazed.
Sugi?
Yeah, I don't know.
And to be fair, like as well, our main dude, Tsudakichi, he is kind of the gel holding the group together.
Yeah.
He has a real cool scene near the end of the movie where, in classic Daimajin fashion, he does the sacrifice play. He sacrifices himself while praying to the Daimajin that in exchange for his life, the near-death bodies of Sugi and Daisaku will survive.
Yeah. I loved the story for this one. It was like really dark as well. It was pretty much the guys who are imprisoned at Hell's Valley. They're trying to escape. Evil Lord Arakawa. And they're like coming up with escape plans and trying to run away while the boys are making this forbidden trek across Daimajin's Mountain to get to Hell's Valley. And then the villagers find out the boys are missing and are coming after the boys. And it's really tragic because, I don't know, but maybe I've just been watching too much James Bond, right?
Sure.
But Pierce Brosnan's running away from dudes with guns. None of those bullets are going to hit him. There's going to be 100 guys with guns. None of them are even going to come close to hitting him. And I kind of expected the same thing to happen in this when one of the dudes is trying to escape from Hell's Valley and he's getting away and he's running up the cliff and all these soldiers with guns are trying to shoot him. You're made to believe he's going to escape and he's going to like meet up with the boys.
Yeah.
And then he gets shot and then he just gets thrown into the sulfur acid. And that's literally one of the boys' brothers that they're going to save. And later on, like one of the boys' fathers gets killed as well, slashed through the back with a sword. Just like we said, Kinta gets killed in the rapids, and the other two boys, Sugi and Daisaku, are like falling asleep in the snow, about to die, and our main guy's needing to sacrifice himself. It's very unexpected the lengths they were actually willing to go. And we had proper stakes. Like, people are dying. Not everyone's getting out of this alive. And it makes it real tragic at the end because the boys do get to Hell's Valley. Of course, Daimajin saves the day.
Classic Daimajin.
But like Daisaku, that one of the older boys, he's there and his brother's dead.
Yeah, he doesn't get the reunion that he trekked this whole way for.
His brother's dead. One of his best friends are dead. And sure, like Sugi and Tsurukichi have their dad, but like people have truly lost one another.
Yeah.
A lot of the villagers that came after them, when Daimajin wakes up, he just like stamps them into the rocks.
He's truly like a chaotic neutral force in this movie. He doesn't care if you've got a good spirit or a bad spirit. He's stepping on you regardless.
What do you think of the Daimajin stuff? Because again, it's very different. It's different statue, different location.
In canon, it's like different. Hey, in canon, not in the show.
Yeah.
In the Daimajin canon, it is like a different tribe. I don't know if Daimajin's been around before, but this time he's in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. So you see him in his classic like stone form as a statue. And then he, does his transformation into his big green samurai, also in the snow. I feel like the big way they marketed this movie was that it's Daimajin, but he's covered in snow.
He's covered in snow. He does look cool.
Yeah, it is real cool, especially in like the final scenes. The whole enemy encampment, because it's set in a sulfur mine, like there's a real cool dynamic where it's contrasting between the snow and Daimajin, but also the fire that's destroying the village.
Yeah.
Fire and snow all in one. It's fun.
Another interesting addition to this is we learn early on that Daimajin has an avatar. He becomes a hawk. And we see the hawk throughout the whole movie. The hawk's flying around the boys and watching them and actually like diving in to kill these evil men that are after them, like brutally attacking their necks and killing them. The hawk gets killed trying to save the boys and then later resurrected when Daimajin comes to life. But again, Daimajin's the hawk, right? An avatar is like a body that something is... I'm just going off James Cameron's Avatar, right?
Yeah, so Daimajin implanted his consciousness into the hawk.
Yeah.
No,
pretty much.
When one of the samurai shoots the hawk and causes it to bleed, Daimajin bleeds. So like they're linked. I feel like they're the same spirit.
It was pretty cool because this one took Daimajin in a lot of different places. I feel like they hadn't already, because interesting how the whole movie starts with destruction. We see a village getting destroyed, shingles getting ripped away in a storm, trees getting ripped up. Daimajin causing havoc. We see his hands, we see his feet, we see him hitting things. We don't see his face, but we see like his fist. We see destruction. And then we hear this story happens when people still thought that snowstorms, earthquakes, natural disasters were caused by a mountain god. And it's very interesting because this whole movie, the frame of it is everyone living near this mountain thinks Daimajin's evil. This evil god. They don't dare touch his mountain because of all this destruction he's caused. But with that little like line of dialogue they gave us, it's implying that he never caused that destruction.
Yeah.
And they just thought he did.
Especially looking at the previous movies, you could take that to mean like Daimajin is much more of a good-natured god than we were first made to believe.
Like people are just blaming all these natural disasters and natural according accidents, thinking they're omens of Daimajin, of the mountain god.
Yeah, like maybe Daimajin doesn't send the rock avalanches. Maybe he does step on you, but maybe he doesn't do all the other stuff.
Yeah, because it was cool to see him like as this hawk, just protecting these boys.
Yeah.
And when the main little boy sacrifices himself, Daimajin teleports to him quickly, TP's underneath him.
This /TP, this might be the coolest moment.
Yeah.
I might even say like of all three Daimajin movies, there's a real cool segment where the Daimajin statue just rises up out of the snow, out of a portal from the snow.
Orange light going everywhere.
Oh, man, it's so good. Holding Tsuruyaki's body in his hand.
Yeah.
Epic.
Really, really cool. He definitely is like a force for good, it seems. Except for that part when he wakes up as a statue, is just like smashing people's heads in.
That's par for the course for Daimajin.
All these villages. There's like no one for the boys and the
yeah
the slaves.
Everyone
to go
else's
back to.
parents and brothers also died in that moment.
Everyone else died trying to get to them. It's a really beautiful movie, I thought, as well. Like a lot of cool locales. Again, we see the boys just tricking. Most of the movie is just them either going through the mountains or going through the forest or going through the water. But like the waterfalls that we see, the sulfur pits, real stunning set pieces and locales that we haven't seen before in any of the other Daimajin movies. It's cool how each of these three films feel really distinct from one another, just from the locales or the biomes or the kind of just how it looks.
Yes.
I really liked it.
Yeah, I will say the cinematography and like the shots of all the boys walking through just nature, so cool. There's a lot of real cool scenery in Japan. I feel like this movie fell into the same vein as the first time I saw Stand By Me.
Yes.
Which just feels... This movie is like an amalgamation of all the American like coming-of-age movies.
Yeah.
Or maybe they took inspiration from this.
They've copied Wrath of Daimajin. Goonies?
Yeah.
Wrath of Daimajin.
Very Goonies.
Wrath of Daimajin did it first.
But like so much of this, I feel like it got to the point where they were just padding this movie out with segments of them walking through, because I feel like not a lot happens in this movie.
It's pretty fun stuff, though. Like it's just the boys having fun with one another. There's one of them who's trying to like flip his sandal, try to flip it and see whether it lands up or down to see whether his family's still alive. It's just little bits and pieces that are. I think they did enough to round these characters out and give them enough to do, especially when it comes to like the food, and they think they're out of food, but then one of them's sharing about their father's favorite bread or whatever that meal was that they brought along.
I think I know your favorite Daisaku moment.
Yeah.
Is when they're being chased by these samurai who are literally like 10 seconds behind them. And they come up to this fallen tree and they have to cross it.
Yeah.
And Daisaku is first to go and he just doesn't because he's way too slow.
Dude, he's afraid of heights. He looked down. There was a very small branch to cover.
The branch, little Sugi actually goes first. The tree cracks and splinters down. So in the 10 seconds that these samurai are ready to run up to them,
it's crazy how much time passes in those samurai.
5 minutes pass.
Those samurai as well. What were their little like face helmet things squishing their faces? That dude with the mustache sideburn combo connecting up.
Yeah, costuming in this movie is funky.
What about the kids' sideburns? The kids had more facial hair than you do.
That's not true. That's simply not true.
Pretty much.
Japanese kids, man, they've got
something
some genes.
else built different.
So, like everyone in this movie still has the classic Daimajin haircut of long on the sides, bald on the top, unless you're a kid. It kind of looks more wacky in this movie.
Noticeable bald caps in this one.
Yeah, the little seam where it crosses over on the forehead, so noticeable.
People's forehead wrinkles just disappear
to the point where, like in the encampment, everybody is very obviously wearing hats so that they don't have to use bald caps.
Yeah, it is pretty funny.
Jasha, what do you think of the violence?
It was okay. I wanted it to kind of be a bit more brutal. Like I feel, especially with the Daimajin destruction at the end, he pushes a lot of people into snow up against stone.
Hot take from me. I feel like Daimajin's place in like the kaiju sphere.
Yeah,
it's smaller than it could be at the moment. But I feel like there is a real solid niche in there where Godzilla is just he's doing his own thing. He's doing it well. Gamera is a bit more for the kids. I feel like Daimajin should just fully lean into the brutality of it because that's his whole thing, right?
Yeah. I think he should show up and you should feel his wrath, like he is absolutely decimating wrongdoers. Like I was so ready for him to just be squashing these people. He throws logs at some of them.
He does. Well, he does, and that's the thing. Like in some instances, he's stepping on people. He's stepping on like individual people.
Yeah.
The final scene of this movie is he goes up to Lord Arakawa, holding it in his hand, kind of pins him to a mountain and stabs him with his knife, lets him fall into the sulfuric acid.
I want to see him squish him to a pulp, hold him underneath the sulfuric acid, throw him up against a wall. I want to see his bones drop down and melt. Like these are evil guys.
But in the same breath as that, you have scenes where he's just pushing over a rock, where he's chucking a very obviously styrofoam log.
It's this log sequence. It could have been so cool to just see him throwing these almost like javelins and just seeing them just absolutely just squish people. But they're just like styrofoam that kind of hit up against people awkwardly and they fall to the ground. Like, I agree. I feel like it could be terrifying.
There's
movie where they go
potential.
all in. Yeah. Just showing how scary he is. Like, he does stand up for those who need help, but those who do evil, you do not want the terror that he brings to them. The wrath.
Even.
Yeah.
I feel like they've made him so that when he comes onto the screen, audience members cheer for him because he is, in our eyes, still the good guy.
Yeah.
I want to fully believe this guy is like a horrendous villain whenever he comes on to enact his justice.
Yeah.
Like, imagine how cool that would be to be like, oh my gosh, Daimajin comes onto the screen, everybody might die. I think they got that a little bit in the first movie.
I think the first movie did it well when it felt like he would kill absolutely anyone, even the good guys. But it definitely now feels like he's just, he's watching out for the kids.
He's watching out for the good guys. We can still root for him because he's on the right team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they nailed his personality in that first movie. But I feel like in the first movie, they're still working out how to, I don't know, use his power set.
Yeah.
Like how best to use that sense of scale to have him very, very intentionally using like his realistic eyes to hyper focus on individual people and, you know, come after people specifically to attack them.
It's gotten a bit old in this one, I think. Even just seeing him show up and walking over to the village, there was something not quite right about the way his legs looked, or the way his like skirt thing looked, or even his green face.
It might even just be the fact that they've churned these 3 movies out in 1 year.
Yeah.
Probably in the space of 2 years.
I love how he looks as a statue, like a snow-covered statue, way more than how he looks when he transforms and just looks like this green samurai dude.
I wonder why because I feel the same. I wonder why we've started to feel that way. I wonder if it's like in the first movie when he was so horrendous, it worked. But now that he's become more of a human,
yeah,
like
more of a
we've
good
started
guy.
to see him less as a god because we can see the human in him.
Yeah, I think he might be onto something. But the destruction he does is still pretty cool. I in particular loved when there was that like vat of sulfuric acid that he just destroys. It just goes everywhere and spills out onto the guys, starts the fire that you mentioned. Yeah.
I like the little archway bridge scene where he fully like weight lifts this archway.
You think he's just going to like punch through it or something and he picks the whole thing up. Looks really, really impressive.
Throws it for a couple seconds. It's being held by wires.
Yeah. A little janky, but impressive.
Like, yeah, there's so many cool scenes of him, but at the same time, there's just so much not scary, not terrifying, very mundane actions that he does.
Yeah. I've got one piece of trivia. One single piece of trivia, Micah.
Morsel.
I think it's going to blow you away.
Feed me the morsel.
You ready?
Yeah.
You sure? When these 3 Daimajin films were released in English in the 1990s, this film, Wrath of Daimajin, was released as Return of Daimajin. And Return of Daimajin was released as Wrath of Daimajin. And that was only fixed in the mid-2000s. So there are probably so many people out there that just don't know which one he returns in, which one he brings his wrath in. A whole generation is lost. A whole lot of generations out there bewildered.
This makes so much sense. I was on IMDb trying to find like a plot summary so I could take it, not steal it. I do certified Micah original summaries now.
Yes.
But like in the Wrath of Daimajin IMDb page, there's so many references to like peaceful lakeside villages.
Yeah, I was even looking up, I don't know where I was, but I was looking up people's like collections of kaiju movies, and I saw a lot of people that had ordered Daimajin, then Wrath of Daimajin, then Return of Daimajin as like the 1, 2, 3, the sequence to watch it in.
So you're telling me even the Daimajin fans out there really don't know the true order? Like you said, the generation has just gone down to the dumps.
Yep. So, I mean, that's the only piece of Wrath of Daimajin trivia I think I have.
I didn't have anything else.
But at least we've set the record straight.
Yeah. Please share this episode with anyone and everyone you know.
Even if they don't know what Daimajin is, just be like, hey, okay, just so you know. Text 5 friends. Text 5 people on your phone right now. Just so you know, order, Daimajin, Return, Wrath. Everybody
Copy the link to this episode and share it with... I'm just repeating the joke you said. Never mind.
Micah, I want to hear what you thought about Wrath of Daimajin. I also want to hear, if you were going on a trek, how many rice balls you'll be dropping in the forest out of a potential 5.
That's a good one, man. Let me bring up my ratings for the other ones, because I know where this sits in relation to them.
You had some wacky ratings. It was like 2 out of 5 for the original Daimajin. Then was it even 4 out of 5 for the second one? 3.5 out of 5?
Yeah. Oh, classic me. I didn't actually rate them. I might not have even logged these. I haven't.
We used to be a proper podcast, Micah.
We used to stand for something. If I gave that OG Daimajin movie 2,
yeah,
I'd be dropping a rice ball and a half. Which is funny.
1.5 out of 5 for Wrath of Daimajin.
Hear me out, Jasha. I feel like this movie really kind of skews in the wrong way the image of Daimajin.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like so much of it was padded out with these kids. I feel like Sugi's just so bad he took it down by at least 1 rice ball
Anytime
itself.
Sugi was on screen, you were just another 0.5 of a rating was off.
But even like more, now that I think back on it more, that first movie I really appreciate for the idea.
Yeah.
The original premise. And like they had some real cool mystical elements with like the witch and time skips.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. I feel like this movie is just kind of like, oh yeah, now it's time for the kids' turn.
It does feel more Gamera-like. It feels like an early Gamera movie.
It feels like an early Gamera movie. And I think that's just that Daiei feel coming into it. I will say I think I enjoyed watching this movie more. I feel like it's a worse movie though.
Whoa. 1.5 out of 5.
I enjoyed sitting on my couch with my sunflower seeds in hand, pointing and laughing at Sugi and his mishaps.
You're going to be having a dream sequence tonight.
And I'm going to show Sugi up. Sugi's going to be flying down at me. I'm going to karate chop him in the face. I'm going to be the reason he's got missing teeth.
I really liked this. I've had a fun time with all these Daimajin movies. I think the first one does Daimajin really well, like the actual, just like you're saying, and makes him terrifying. I love the end of the first Daimajin movie, the mystery around who he is, the fear of him that everyone has. Return of Daimajin, I think, has the most interesting story and characters even. That was really, really good. Just this.
Yeah, I think the second one is really good.
These warring clans trying to escape the clutches of this evil warlord. But I think this one was probably the most entertaining overall for me.
I would agree there. Yeah.
Like I just had a really good time watching it. And even though, the Daimajin stuff's still getting a little old, there were some new tricks they had up their sleeve for it. I really liked him fading away to snow at the end. I think I'm just won over by the snowy landscape. Chuck a movie, settle in the snow. Bring a monster to the snow, and I'm all in. I'll probably give this 4 out of 5. I'm dropping 4 rice balls in the forest out of 5. I think,
which is worse than me. At least I'm staying alive.
You're saving more rice balls to eat. I'm leaving more behind. But I really like this movie. I think all 3 Daimajin movies are really good in their own right, and I'm putting it down on the record now. Sugi wasn't that bad.
I feel like in the realm of Daiei kids, like you got your Gamera kids. Some of them were great, some of them were I never thought that Daimajin would have the worst Daiei kid of all.
Mike is standing here stomping a 4-year-old kid into the ground. And I'm just like, hey, you did a good job,
Picture
buddy.
this. I am Daimajin. Sugi is Sugi. Bam.
Dude, I'd share my rice balls with Sugi. He did a good job. Let's hear what you guys thought of Wrath of Daimajin, starting off with Grugrux Dave. Grugrux Dave says, small kids getting caught in Cocaine Mountain to try and find their dads. Their only savior, our benevolent Grump. And boy, the baddies try and take the big guy down. Full timbers, cannons, pew-pew guns. Doesn't matter. Your man is carrying a 6-ton katana and is about to use it. Once the kids are saved, poof, he's gone. Honestly, Daimajin has the best Irish goodbyes in this trilogy, and people ruin it by watching him leave. Respect your Kami's exit. 3.5 out of 5 from Grugrux Dave.
JC, do you know what an Irish exit is?
An Irish goodbye is just when you leave.
Yeah.
No one knows this. I do love it. I do love the end of Daimajin just straight up.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Disintegrating into whether it's dirt or snow. Interesting in this one, though, he brought the hawk back to life, and we see the hawk still there after Daimajin's gone.
Yeah.
So it begs the question, like, what is Daimajin? Is he just this all-powerful god? Are these Daimajin statues different avatars for him on different places around Japan? And he imbues each of them with a little bit of his power, then takes it back.
Man, I wish I could tell you.
Yeah.
I really do.
Interesting.
We have a letterbox review here from Henshin Hero. The Daimajin trilogy is completed. The third and last film in the Showa era has a lighter, more kid-focused tone on the surface while still keeping its traditionally dour feeling from the first two films. The last act in particular is striking, with Daimajin covered in snow laying waste to a force with no power to save themselves from the god's wrath. Now that it's finished, I find the first of the series to be the best, though I'd argue each entry is memorable in its own right and stands as important pieces of tokusatsu history.
Yeah.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. There we go. Yeah, it is pretty cool. It's grown on me this whole journey we've been on, just having 3 movies, different locations, same year, same monster. Real interesting. I love it. And then we also got an email through from Mothra Fanboy. And Mothra Fanboy was rating each of the Daimajin movies. They gave the first Daimajin movie 3.5 10-year waits to attack the village out of 5.
I like that.
They gave Daimajin 2 Electric Boogaloo half a broken Daimajin piece out of 5.
What?
Crazy.
That is night and day.
Crazy. But then when talking about Wrath of Daimajin, they said they really, really like Wrath of Daimajin. The kids are better than most Gamera kids, apart from the Gamera the Brave kids. I agree. You can't beat the Gamera the Brave kids.
Who said this?
Mothra Fanboy.
Mothra Fanboy is you. And Mothra Fanboy is like the opposite of everything I stand for.
Hey, I think we're both looking down on their Daimajin 2 Electric Boogaloo rating. Mothra Fanboy goes on. Mothra Fanboy goes on and says that Keiichi from Super Monster is better. Mike, you agree with that?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
There we go. Anyway, they say Wrath of Daimajin is an incredibly well put together dramatic story that they really need to revisit. Daimajin's rampage is superb in this one. And Daimajin 3 gets a solid 4 graves in the snow out of 5 from Mothra Fanboy.
Man, you're drawing all the 4 stars to you.
I know. Collecting them all up. But yeah, that's the Daimajin trilogy done and dusted, guys.
Jason, I know that we've still got a ways to go in our Daimajin journey yet.
Yeah.
There's the big Daimajin canon show, which we'll be covering next week.
Yes.
Get ready to binge another Japanese show.
I know.
But that was done in 2010.
Yep.
And very recently, like 3 years ago in 2021, one of the yokai monster movies also had the Great Yokai War.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of why we're doing the Daimajin movies and the Yokai Monsters movies hand in hand, because Daimajin has his trilogy, his show, the Yokai Monsters have their trilogy, and then there are a couple of recent movies called The Great Yokai War, and the most recent one, is it like 2021 or 2022? Yeah. The Yokai Monsters are in it, and Daimajin is one of the main characters.
I've heard even Gamma is in one of those, but like I'm really looking forward to seeing how Dai picks up this like trilogy that spanned 1 year. They didn't touch again for like 40 years, and seeing how they put their spin on it, especially if it's still kind of like a modern franchise they're harkening back to.
Yeah, it's funny because, I mean, we were talking about just earlier, like re-envisioning Daimajin as this dark modern take. And you really look at it thinking that it's such an old franchise that they should remake and revisit. But it's weird to know they did just a couple of years ago. There was a new Daimajin, and I'm really excited to see how they did it.
Yeah.
It's really exciting. But before then, Daimajin Canon next week.
Have you watched any of this?
I've watched a couple of episodes. Link is in the show notes, guys, if you want to watch along. I think there are 26 20-minute episodes. We're going to binge through it this week and cover it on the show next week. But the little synopsis is, once upon a time, there was a small child in a remote mountain village where the Daimajin rests, and she sang a song of prayer. Now, the girl, Canon, has to regain her song to find herself and save the world too. But a mysterious man from the village is searching for her so that she may help him and his comrades when the time comes.
Now, off mic, Jaysha has told me that this watches a lot like Love and Peace.
Yeah, if you guys have seen Love and Peace, which is a movie we covered for Christmas last year, very zany, wacky, musical kaiju movie.
Is this a musical?
There are a lot of songs in this. I think Daimajin Canon is going to be the most interesting thing we've ever covered on the podcast, just from even 2 episodes. The editing, the transitions, it's so different and so fun and so weird. The monster design, the little creatures around the place.
If that sounds up your alley, give at least like the first couple episodes a watch.
Give a few episodes. I think there's English subtitles, so it's worth just checking out to get a vibe for it. Even just watch the intro theme, the credits. It's really interesting. But I think the closest thing that I could probably compare it to would be like Power Rangers.
Okay.
Or like Super Sentai, Kamen Rider type stuff, with Daimajin there in the background if any of their threats get a little too big for them to handle.
My big question is how much screen time does Daimajin have? Apart from the intro, I'm really believing that this has like 5 minutes of Daimajin across the whole series.
Yeah, I'm interested too. We get a flashback with him in the first couple episodes, so there we go. But yeah, join us next week for Daimajin Canon. And again, after that, we're going into the yokai monster movies and then the yokai war movies. In time for Halloween, in time for things getting spooky, which will be nice. But as always, email us, podzillapod@gmail.com. If you have any thoughts on the movies we've covered, if you've got any questions for us, if you want to let Micah know any video games he should check out on his new mission to become a better gamer.
To play all video games?
All video games ever made.
Chronologically?
Yeah. You give us your recommendations. And yeah, follow us on Instagram. You can get updates of what we're doing, when episodes are getting released over on Instagram, Podzilla Pod. Is there anything else, Micah?
I'm just looking at my watch. Nothing else, Jaysha. In fact, I'm standing up right now. I'm shaking your hand. I'm walking out the door because that's us done.
Episode's done. You're just leaving me.
Yep. See ya.
See you later, Micah. Just sitting here podcasting by myself.
Oh, sorry. I forgot my shoes.
Okay, yeah.
All right. See you for real this time.
Oh, you forgot your two Yeti cups that you brought in to have a drink from.
It's 3 Yeti cups, actually.
Your 5 Yeti cups.
I think it's 5 half-human cups. 9 years and 364 days later.
Micah, I'm coming for you.